Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Nell Fletcher and how she is mad at the problem that she helped to create, in my opinion. And Melody first tried to get her to open up to the idea of therapy, but we're going to see where she just explodes, and we're going to get into it all. Now, before we do, I exit you. Please hit the like button on this video. You hear us content creators ask you for that. The likes and dislike buttons, they kind of stimulate the video, meaning that YouTube will recommend it to more people who enjoy discussing the various topics that come about Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what's so special about Love and Marriage Huntsville, is that over the years, it has tapped into different dynamics that some people, somebody out there can relate to. And in this instance with Nell Fletcher, it is about how you handle your adult children and then your adult children finding their voice. And, both have to come to some sort of medium, right? So we're going to get into it though. I really like this topic. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Shows, Style, and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you. All right, and everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged, and just my opinion, and the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed for criticism. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So obviously with this visual, we're gonna have a scene between Nell and Melody. Nell is going to vent to Melody, and Melody is going to give her some useful advice. And in her confessional, Melody is going to eloquently explain why she thinks Nell is so offended and stuck in a rut over her kids telling her that she could use some therapy. So let's go ahead and get into this soundbite, and then I will come back with my commentary.
Some lemon, because I don't know if this gonna be bitter or sweet.
This conversation gonna be bitter.
Let me see. Okay, what's going on? What's bringing you back?
I don't know. Next week gonna be about
What?
all the kids came over to the house. Vince, Caleb, Chris, and Kiki, and of course Fletcher was there. And we were supposed to be talking about me setting boundaries with them. They all flip on me.
Flipped on you? How?
They tell me they think I need therapy with Dr. Francis.
What's wrong with that?
What the hell I need one-on-one counseling for?
Who all knows that you need your therapy?
Every last one of them.
Including Chris?
Including my husband. It hurt my feelings, actually hurt me.
Aww.
It did. I'm like, Dad, that's serious.
Why it hurt your feelings?
I know how to take care of me. I know how to provide for me. I just can't keep providing for everybody else. It takes a toll on my finance. And then especially when I'm not getting a return. And if I don't get a return, then yeah, I'm bothered, but I'm not bothered where I need counseling. I'm bothered because I need my damn money. I'm trying to set boundaries here. Really trying to set boundaries. I think I need to be left alone. I know I don't have the best delivery, but when I'm pissed off, I'm pissed off. I've probably said some stuff to you. I don't.
Yeah, you have.
I'm just passionate when I feel some type of way.
I can be honest, as your friend, sometimes your emotional thermometer is up.
I know it's up. Hell, I couldn't even pass my physical.
Blood pressure?
Yes.
See, that's what I tell. Oh no, I tell people all the time. I mean, doggone if I'm in the grave and y'all up here living till y'all 70. So listen, you gotta learn how to control those emotions. What does Fletcher think?
And he was like, well, see, Linnell, that's the thing. I try and keep it from you because you do blow up. They know how you're going to react, so they come to me. It's not that they don't want to come to you. They come to me because I'm more calm.
Kind of sounds like maybe Fletcher is more good cop and you bad cop.
Yep.
Good cop, bad cop.
That's exactly. Yep. He's good cop always. I'm always bad cop. Always.
I think, Miss Nell, to just leave me alone is not going to happen because these are your kids. But we can deal with and work on a better way to handle where we don't let them get our pressure up. You know what I'm saying? So I say, take one for the team. You probably gonna get in there and love it. And you never know hearing you talk about it. Even your sons. They be like, you know what? Mama doing it. I'm finna do it too. You know? In the Black community, therapy has been frowned upon for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just now getting to become like, oh, it's okay to do therapy. White people been doing therapy forever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being honest. They have. But there's a reason why. They know that there's something there that we didn't know was there.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to see, oh, this is why I need a
to
therapist.
surface.
Right? Yeah. Oh, this is why I need a life coach. Oh, you know, because life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? Hearing my friend share, you know, her opposition when it comes to therapy, I think it's just because of maybe that age where she is. You know, my generation, therapy, we're more open to it, right? And I think it's just kind of generationally a difference and fear of the unknown. I just think you should do therapy. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I think you should do it. You're going to tell me how great your therapist is. How about
Sure
that?
am. And you know
How
what?
about that? Tell Dr. Francis I said, hello, God bless him. I'm doing great.
You're so wrong for that. There she is, Dr. Francis, throwing the shots already.
Yes, tell him, tell him.
Okay, I really like this scene. This is such a loaded conversation what Nell and Melody had, right? So let's get right on into it. So Melody eloquently talked about in her confessional how generationally there is a difference. You know, a Melody is a millennial, and no, she would be like either in like the older Gen X or like a really young baby boomer, somewhere up in there. And so, you know, I feel like for a lot of people in our community, in the Black community, they almost feel like they are betraying God by going to see a therapist. You know, like back in the day, the elders would say, you know, you just need some Jesus, you just need to go to church, you just need to pray about it. But I believe that God has called people to do certain things in life. Some people, they were meant to be teachers and educate children. Some people were meant to be doctors and help people improve their health. Some people were meant to be counselors, psychologists, therapists, and help people improve their mental health, their self-confidence, and their outlook on their life experiences. And so, if people are called to do certain things in life, then you're meant to cross their path so that they can help you. I also believe some people are meant to be homemakers, you know, and rear their children that way as well. You know, not everyone is meant to be in the workforce, and that's totally fine. But for the ones that God has called to be psychologists, counselors, therapists, they are here on earth to help us. That is what I believe. And you're not betraying God. You're not betraying your faith by going to see a therapist in addition with your faith. Let the two work together. When I interviewed Dr. Francis, I asked him about that. And he talked about using the two together to benefit your life, to bless your life. And I do think that that is a hang up that some people in our community have. Also, Melody nailed it when she said that her generation is more open. Nell actually said to Melody, you know, she said, I'm not bothered because I need therapy. I'm bothered because I want my damn money. And yes, Nell, you should get your money back from your adult children. However, you needing therapy, that is independent of you getting your money back from your kids. Because we're going to also talk about how it's damn near impossible for your adult kids to have a conversation with you. And they are adults. And shout out to the YouTuber, The Plainest Jane. It was literally like a breakthrough with me watching her channel, and she would talk about growing up while Black. because that is a thing. And I've said this in a previous video about Nell Fletcher. When I read Britney Spears' book, she talked about, she felt like it's a Southern thing because, you know, she's from Louisiana. And she said, when you grow up in the South, your parents do not believe that you have a voice, that you deserve to have an opinion or speak your mind at all. But I think that's just a parental thing, you know? So I think it's just period. You know, they feel like you do not have a voice, but God has literally given us a brain with a creative side and a decision-making side. He's given us a voice, and he don't want nobody who's robotic. He wants us to worship him in spirit and in truth, which for me means willingly and freely. He doesn't want us to be robotic. So parents, earthly parents, to me, they should try and like model that as well. So let's go ahead and get into this next scene between Nell and her kids. And we're going to see Lance really step up to her. So in this scene, it's the therapy scene. It is with Dr. Francis. And we're going to go ahead and get into the soundbite. So let me cue it up, and then I will come back with my commentary.
But it's not. But at that point, it's not for you to be ticked off.
You think I don't get ticked off about whatever it is on the other end that you gonna say or do, especially if it's something I done already told you so? If I'm quick to tell you that I done told you so, why do it?
Don't question me no more than when I go to Dan first. Don't question me.
Just keep going to him. What he gonna give you?
He gonna listen.
Okay, well, no, but then next time he listen to either one of y'all, then see if he can pay all your you need help with.
It's darn near pointless if that's what you.
So you don't want to hear the truth. Basically, you just want to hear your dad give you peace. He gonna listen to you, and that's good enough for you.
I'm not saying I don't want to hear the truth. I'm saying I want to be heard first.
I don't tell y'all ask the truth. Usually, if I say something to you, it's the truth, right? Yeah, but you talking
before we finish speaking, though, before I finish speaking, you got something to say.
Probably because I've been and told you already. Something you already damn know. So you don't want to talk to me. You want to talk to your dad because he ain't gonna say much to you.
No,
he ain't gonna say much.
If I knew, I wouldn't come to you.
You think I don't get ticked off?
But it's not. But at that point, it's not for you to be ticked off.
You think I don't get ticked off about whatever it is on the other end that you gonna say or do, especially if it's something I done already told you so? If I'm quick to tell you that I done told you so, why do it?
Don't question me no more than when I go to Dan first. Don't question me.
Just keep going to him. What he gonna give you?
He gonna listen.
Okay, well, no, but then next time he listen to either one of y'all, then see if he can pay all your you need help with.
It's darn near pointless if that's what you.
So you don't want to hear the truth. Basically,
no, you just
want to hear your dad give you peace. He gonna listen to you, and that's good enough for you.
I'm not saying I don't want to hear the truth. I'm saying I want to be heard first.
I don't tell y'all ask the truth. Usually, if I say something to you, it's the truth, right? Yeah, but you talking
before we finish speaking, though,
Okay, so I let it play like for the most part a second time, so you all can hear that dynamic. Okay, so on the Love and Marriage Huntsville Instagram page, I commented, I said, growing up while Black is definitely a thing. Now, there were a lot of people saying, she's tired, adult kids stress us the F out. But you all literally, so when I say you all, I'm meaning the parents that side with Nell Fletcher, you all set the tone. So whatever stresses adult kids are giving y'all, you have literally set the tone. You've opened the door. In a previous video that I made, I was explaining how, in my opinion, it seems like Chris and Nell Fletcher, they've taught their kids to really like and choose expensive things, designer items, expensive luxury cars. And I'm guessing that their money, because their kids do work, so I'm guessing that their money from their jobs goes towards their shopping for very expensive things. And then they rely on Chris and Nell Fletcher to pay the important stuff like rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, groceries, gas for the vehicle, car note. But they've taught them that. They've taught them that. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve nice things, but I remember Nell saying when Dustin Ross interviewed her that Kayla graduated, so she got her a Mercedes. Now, I own a Mercedes too, but shit, I was 37 when I bought it, and I was a loan officer working 12-hour days. So I was like, I'm going to get this car, and it was pre-certified, and I asked like a couple of my sisters who drove Mercedes and a coworker who did, and got their guidance and went for it. But that was me, that was Ebony paying for it. Kayla, if she's just graduated, and Nell didn't specify if it was high school or college, so I'm assuming college. But if she's just been a student all this time, she doesn't know what it's like to work. And then you have money taken out for taxes, your insurance, your 401k contribution. Then you have net income and you pay your bills. If she doesn't have all of that experience under her belt, I don't know if she really knows the value of a Mercedes, especially if y'all got it for her. So why are you acting brand new, Nell, when your adult kids come to y'all and ask you for money on a regular basis? You've taught them to be consumers, not earners. That's, shout out to, his name is Dave Ramsey. Like, you've taught your kids to be consumers, so you're welcome. And look at Dr. Francis' expression. He is the most professional man. I love Dr. Francis' energy. He has a YouTube page. It's called, I'm subscribed to it. It's like something talk with Kit. His first name is Kit. Definitely check him out and subscribe. A lot of his content is romantic relationship based, like marriage based. But definitely check him out. But he is just looking like, what in the hazy do they got me in? These Negroes, every time I come on this show, it is a bunch of bullish. What in the world? And like Nell, her tone, she's yelling, she's cursing, she's trying to talk over Lance. That is why they go to your husband first, Nell. And see, Nell, her defense is, oh, you all go to Chris because he doesn't say much. Remember, she shaded her husband. He's gonna listen. He's gonna listen. He's not gonna say much. He's not gonna say much. She was shading his approach. But damn, Nell, you do so much fussing. That's why Chris is quiet. He is trying to be your balance. And you are mocking the mate that God sent you. You're supposed to be his helpmate, but he's helping you because you keeping up such a ruckus. And that's just really not cool. Like somebody like me, I would shut down. If Nell was my mom and she's yelling like that, I would just shut down. I'm like, because I can't deal with that. And I would just find a way. If she raised me to be materialistic, I would pick up another job before I ask that lady for anything, the way she is going off, because that's just way too intense. And to shade, Chris Fletcher caught a stray, and I have a feeling that he catches strays all the time and he just deals with it. He just licks his wounds and keep it going. How can he even get it up after Nell is fussing all day? My goodness. Woo. So this is a lot, but I feel like this is a part of growing up while Black. It's hard to get that voice. And when you do grow up, if you ever point things out to some parents, they're going to say, well, it ain't nothing I can do for you now. That was when you were a kid. It always has to be super harsh and super, oh, well, who the F cares, So it's kind of sad. Hopefully this show and Nell watching it back Maybe she will sincerely work on herself. That's her next storyline because she does need therapy, 100%. And then another storyline for her, maybe we could see the kids learn financial wellness because Chris and Nell can't teach them that. They have not taught them that. And so they have to learn it independent of somebody. Like I've had jobs where like Fidelity, they would send like financial advisors in just to teach like about securities, and different, why the 401k is a good option and different options and stuff. And at least it's educational because that is another thing. Like a lot of times for some Black families, not all, some people have to learn the hard way about money. And I mean, what's very strange about the Fletchers is that again, they've taught their kids to want very expensive things and be materialistic, but they didn't teach them like financial independence. It's so strange. But that is something that her kids need to learn. They need to learn how to pay a bill. They need to learn about their net income, and they need to know like their total monthly bills and paying that first. And then if they have to shop, you need to drive that car until the Lord calls the car home, okay? And then if you like designer clothes and shoes, you can go to some very nice consignment shops or the really high-end suburbs where the affluent, they just donate to their church and it'll be with the tags on them. They never wore them. You can get stuff that way because them coming to you all for money and you're giving out luxury cars to young adults who don't know about paying bills on time, that's ridiculous. You've helped create the monster now, and now you're trying to slay the monster with your words. And that monster is you created it. You're Dr. Frankenstein. So what do you all think about these scenes? Definitely sound off, about Nell Fletcher. I know a lot of you said on my last video about her that, some of you all are related to people who taught their kids to be materialistic, and you're like, yep, and it's still a problem today. And a lot of you all said, I've taught my kids to be responsible with their money. That is where Chris and Nell have totally dropped the ball. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. It was really something that I wanted to talk about because I feel like Nell is like a case study at this point. And please hit the like button on this video. It is a free way of supporting the channel. I always appreciate your support for each and every video that you watch. And please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. Shout out to Queen Sheba. I enjoyed part 2 with Sunny and Moses. I feel like the more that I see of them, the more that I just really adore them as a couple. And I'm just so glad that Moses has triumphed after everything that he has gone through. That is truly remarkable. And they both talked a lot about God and their faith. So I'm just really glad that they found each other and that their paths crossed. Well, I will talk with you all very soon. Have an awesome night. Bye.